So, does this mean that he's saying, oh, Rosemary's our bargaining chip?
From the looks of it.
You know, do as you're told.
Now this is actually one of the
dies.
funniest, calls from the Colonel.
Oh,
This is
yeah.
the one where he tells you to turn off your console. This is priceless. Have a listen. This is priceless.
Raiden, turn the game console off right now.
What did you say?
The mission is a failure. Cut the power right now.
What's wrong with you?
Don't worry, it's a game. It's a game just like usual.
You'll ruin your eyes playing so close to the TV.
What are you talking about?
Raiden, something happened to me last Thursday when I was driving home. I had a couple of miles to go. I looked up and saw a glowing orange object in the sky to the east. It was moving very irregularly. Suddenly, there was intense light all around me. And when I came to, I was home. What do you think happened to me?
Huh?
Fine. Forget it.
Okay. That's funny.
One of the weirdest conversations. He's got a bunch of other more weird ones that come along now.
Infiltrate.
And that was the original Metal Gear game for the MSX.
Yeah, we'll cover that later on.
Yeah.
At some point.
Some point.
What happened?
Oh, crap.
Oh shit. Come on, let's go. Come on, naked boy, let's go.
Naked man can't die. Keep running! Cutscene activate!
Okay, that's surprising. When you go into those doors, the actual Arsenal Tengu won't go in there with you.
Okay, so we need to be here. This is where we'll meet Snake. When he feels like turning up, I think it takes a while.
Honestly, though, you have played the game for a long time. Don't you have anything else to do with your time?
Not really, no. Plus, we've only played this for about an hour so far.
Yeah.
Okay, another call from Colonel, because every single time at this point he'll call you, and he'll just keep on calling you multiple times. And talk about random stuff. And say weird stuff. I need scissors 61.
I think this is the point where we figure out that the Colonel actually isn't the Colonel at all. Not the Colonel Campbell we knew from the first game. He's actually an AI. And he takes on the form of Colonel Campbell.
Even though he's not the real Colonel.
Yeah.
Because he's part of the S3 plan himself.
So this is all the information. Oh my god, that woman!
Now,
woman!
I was going to say, now what happens is if you call the Colonel back, you'll lose the picture of the woman. So I'm just going to keep ignoring the Colonel so we can watch what happens on the radar.
Why? Is it really that interesting?
A little bit.
She just sort of sits there and laughs and smiles.
It's attractive to most males.
I'm a female.
Yeah, I'm a male, so it's attractive to me.
Actually, there is something I have been meaning to tell you, but I just couldn't. I think you should know, though. On Saturday morning last week, I saw a guy leaving Rosemary's room.
Yeah, that was probably Raiden.
Yes, it definitely was.
They were intimate. I'm sorry. Sorry to bring this up during the mission, but...
But yeah, let's just keep going.
And going, and going, until Rose calls us. You gotta keep doing this until Rose calls, and then when Rose calls, that's when Snake comes along afterwards.
Yeah. Because Rose has a secret as well.
Yep. A very big secret.
But when she calls you, it'll be red, won't it?
No, it'll still be green.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I'm in really bad shape financially. I pay money to my ex-wife as part of our divorce settlement, among other bills. I just had no choice but to make you pay for lunch the other day. I'm really sorry.
Okay.
Random.
Extremely.
Okay, now Rose is calling us.
Jack, it's me.
Hi, Rose.
Jack, I owe you an apology.
If it's about that conversation just now, I'm the one who's sorry.
No, it's something else.
What is it?
That day at Federal Hall 2 years ago, it wasn't a coincidence. I was ordered to keep an eye on you.
Keep an eye on me?
Yes, by the Patriots.
You're a spy?
I suppose. Yes. It's an ugly word. Are you still there?
Was sleeping with me a part of the job?
I fell in love with you.
How could anyone?
I can't excuse what I did. I've reported every detail of your personal life to them these 2 years. What you did, said, everything.
Must have been fun.
But some things I didn't tell anyone. Like what I felt for you.
So that's why you were involved in this mission. I should have known. Why else would they toss an analyst into the mix at the last minute?
I'm sorry. I know what I did was wrong.
No matter where I go, I get used.
I reinvented myself to suit your tastes. Hairstyle, clothes, the way I moved, things I talked about. You say you love the color of my hair, my eyes. They're not even real.
You must have gone over my psych profile with a fine-tooth comb.
It was my job.
Great performance. Had me completely fooled.
What I really wanted was for you to see the real me. It hurt to play out this artificial romance. It was worse to lie to myself than to you. The more love you gave me, the more it hurt. Because I knew the person you loved was just a character.
So it was artificial on my end, too. It was just a game, not the real thing.
Oh, Jack.
I feel better knowing that.
What?
I was in love, or thought I was, with someone who didn't exist. I was trying to be someone I wasn't by loving what wasn't real. I don't know who you really are. The person I knew isn't real. She's not the woman I'm talking to right now. In a sense, the deception was my own, not theirs.
Jack, I thought I was acting because that was my job. But I did fall in love with you. That wasn't an act.
You expect me to believe that? It's okay. You had your reasons, right? Hey, I understand, but I have nothing left to...
Jack!
What?
I'm
carrying. I'm pregnant, Jack.
Rose, what's going on?
Okay, that's 2 big announcements, not 1. She's a spy and she's pregnant.
Yes.
Amazing how you walk around like
Not the 2 sort of things you'd expect to see together.
No, I wouldn't.
that. Been waiting long.
I like how Snake...
Yay! He's in his old outfit again.
Hell yeah.
Look at those bum cheeks.
I love the way... I love... I've got to say, I love the way Snake said that to Rodin. It's amazing how you walk around like that.
Like he wouldn't.
Everything you had when you were captured is still there.
So we got everything back.
Yep. All our guns, items, cardboard boxes, yeah. Also, what's really cool is that Snake will give you a samurai sword.
Oh,
a blade.
awesome.
I had to admit, that weapon is really
Precursor.
cool.
The precursor to the Rider becoming a ninja.
Use your
Yes.
estate to gain access to
And you can also choose between the blue one, which is like a tranquilizer one that just knocks out enemies when you slice them, or you have the normal blade that simply kills them. But I'm gonna kill them,
Any effects of the virus?
just to watch all the blood.
Still waiting on that.
Also, by holding down the L1 button, you can actually block enemies' bullets, so you can deflect
From
them,
what I can tell,
which is pretty cool as well.
headed for Manhattan. I don't know what Solidus is planning, but we'll have to deal with it one way or another. There's also a troop of production model Rays ahead.
How many units?
25, according to Olga.
25?
Yeah. Can't say I've faced that many Metal Gears before, but I think we can deal.
No way we can.
We can, because we have no other choice.
How?
I've stocked up on Stinger missiles. Oh yeah, Olga left this for you.
So technically it wasn't a gift from Snake, it was a gift from Olga.
Yep. But Snake gives it to him, though. From
Yeah.
Olga.
So Olga gave Snake the sword, but Snake didn't want it, so he gave it to
Because he's not a
Rider.
fan of blades.
So technically it is a gift from Snake.
Because
okay?
like Snake said, I'm not a fan.
No, wait, Olga asked to give it to Rider, so it's a gift from Olga.
Yeah. I have to admit, this sword is pretty darn cool, though.
Yeah. So yeah, if you wanted to know how Raiden, you know, started taking steps towards becoming a cyborg ninja, here you go. You got a bloody sword.
And then from there he became a badass
Stick in a
ninja.
circle to do a rotating
And then
cut.
Jestful. Became a right
Push it
badass.
forward to lunge and strike. You can guard
So
with
yeah,
the blade if
that's
you
a
have
pretty
the
neat
L1 button
alternative
pressed down.
weapon you can get there.
You should be able to deflect a bullet or two.
So you can practice that for a while if you want.
Yep, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to knock Snake out.
That's for tricking me. No! You missed! You douche!
So if you knock him out, what happens is, if you pick him up and drop him, and depending on what difficulty you're playing on, if you're playing on normal it says Solid Snake as his dog tag. If you're playing on easy it's called Meryl, very easy is Iokoi Pliskin, hard mode is Liquid Snake, and extreme mode is Hideo Kojima,
Okay.
the creator. So every single time you knock out Snake you
He's
pick up
gonna get us!
and every single time you knock him out, that's what happens. Right.
Run! So if it's on the... If it's on the, blue, it don't hurt anyone, does it?
No, it doesn't, because if you hold down the L1 button, you'll always block the bullets. I gotta say, the way Snake fires the USP is very fucking fast, though. Watch. For a pistol, that is really fast, the way he fires
Yeah.
it. Just stare at Snake all day.
Yeah.
Admire him. Admire him, Raiden. He's amazing.
Admire him. This is everything you want to be and never
Yes.
will be.
And Raiden, admire his dazzling clothes. And his
Yeah.
bandana that gives him infinite ammo. I've got to say, that cutscene is really funny though, when Snake says, you got plenty? Of course, absolutely. Infinite ammo. Points at his head.
So I've got a question. How long do you have to wait before actually?
Depends on what difficulty you're playing on. The harder difficulties, it ends quickly. But if you play on the lower difficulties, it ends longer.
Oh, this
So
is
it gives
just
you more time to practice.
That's all it is, really. It's just practice time.
Come on,
Yep.
time to go.
Love what Snake says here.
If you run out of ammo, you can have mine.
You got enough?
Absolutely. Infinite ammo.
How the fudge does that give you ultimate ammo?
Actually, no, the way he does
Infinite
that...
ammo.
Actually, the way he does that, that makes it so funny, is that he's pointing to his brain. It's like, infinite ammo. Like, brain can support infinite ammo. And Ryan's like,
Have you ever...
how?
killing someone?
What are you talking about?
I'm not sure. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between reality and a game.
You're in a game, Raiden.
Reality, huh?
Makes sense. You're in a game, so there you go.
Field training when I was a kid.
You're not
I like
real.
Snake. I have more field experience than I can remember. It's not VR that's doing this to me.
Raiden, we don't carry guns to take people down. We're not here to help some politician either.
You can say that because you're a legend, a hero. I'm Jack the Ripper, a dirty reminder of a terrible mistake.
Legends don't mean a whole lot. I was just a name to exploit. Just like you.
People will remember only the good part, the right part of what you did.
There's no right part in murder. Not ever. And we're not in this to make a name for ourselves.
Then what are you and Otacon fighting for?
What are we fighting for?
You can stop being part of a mistake.
No, Mega Man X4.
Yeah. What am I fighting for?
Find something to believe in, and find it for yourself. And when you do, pass it on to the future.
Believe in what?
That's your problem. Come on.
Yeah, can we have this discussion later? We're kind of having to destroy, Solidus and his men here.
Yep, another conversation with Otacon. And now we can call Otacon his frequency.
Yeah, as opposed to sharing with Snake's frequency.
Yep.
Good news. How's everything on your end?
You can't call this number any time before, can you?
No, you couldn't.
The Colonel's
You had to wait until this very. You had to wait until this very point before you can start calling Otacon and using his frequency.
Okay.
No idea.
Interference?
I don't know.
Where is this colonel?
I don't know. I've never met the man, actually.
I'll dig around.
Thanks. I owe you one.
If there's anything else, call me on the codec. I might be able to help. The frequency is 141.12.
Okay. Let's get started.
Oh god,
Now-
Cyphers.
Yeah, and now me and Snake are fighting together all the way through to the very end.
So you've got to bear in mind both of your health bars, but don't worry too much. Snake has got a pretty big health bar.
Well, actually, you may say that, but on the harder difficulties, you got to make sure you look out for him, make sure you fight, because if you don't, Snake can get his butt kicked more easily.
Yeah, so that's the harder difficulties. This is normal mode.
Yeah, but yeah, like I said though, even though this is normal mode, you can still get your butt kicked if you're not careful,
So yeah, you've got to help him.
you've got to be supportive. Don't just stand around in the corner like DSP did and let Snake do all the work. Then he got killed, and then he moans about it.
Really?
And Snake's like, he got himself killed, and went, well, maybe he wouldn't have done if you helped him out. And the good thing about the battle, though, is that Snake will throw you plenty of ammo if you start to run low.
Oh, I see where the sword came into play, because they're sort of ninjas as well, aren't they?
Yep. Ninjas against Raiden. Look how much blood there is.
Oh my word!
That is awesome.
That is seriously awesome. Die! I'm gonna stab you!
Die, arseholes.
I love this. Oh my god, I love this sword. It looks awesome.
So much blood on the floor, it's awesome.
Ah! I don't want my blood. I don't want Raiden's blood on the floor. How long's this going on for?
Well, it's done now.
Okay. So basically after I'm there, it just goes. And that's
Pretty
it.
much. On extreme mode, that goes on for about 20 minutes.
Oh my word.
I ended up dying on those parts multiple times when I first played on extreme.
Inside Arsenal.
I was just like cursing at my TV, God damn it!
Possibilities, but I keep coming back to
Oh.
Arsenal. It isn't a relay point.
And it
it's
turns
the
out that
origin
Colonel
of the
is an
symbol.
AI.
And the encryption protocol it uses is exactly the same as that of Arsenal's AI, the so-called GW.
What the hell does this mean?
I think it means you've been talking to an AI.
That's impossible.
The Colonel probably isn't GW per se. GW was most likely stimulating cortical activity in the dormant part of your brain through signal manipulation of your own nanomachines. The Colonel is, in part, your own creation, cobbled together from expectations.
So that's probably why it's Colonel Campbell, because Raiden kind of looked up to Snake, didn't he?
He certainly did. So that's why the GW system, and that's why the Colonel turned out to be the AI.
And supposedly the virus is starting to have some sort of an effect, which is leading to the Colonel.
Being all crazy.
Yeah.
Is that you're standing right here in front of me, not an illusion, flesh and blood.
Actually, the only people on this S3 plan that were real and weren't orchestrated were Snake and Otacon themselves.
Yeah, they came into it of their own accord. Sigmoid colon. Oh god, colons. Another phone call!
You mean codec call? Not a phone call. Codec call.
Raiden, they've got Rose.
What?
Rose is being held.
I love
in
this
the
line.
hold.
It's a trap.
It's a trap.
That's a very famous line from every single film. From Star Wars Episode 5.
Since the
It's a
Colonel
trap!
doesn't exist, there's no way he can take Rose
Yeah.
hostage.
Precisely.
Right. I am right. Okay.
Does Rose exist?
Don't be weird. She's your...
What if I've never really met her?
What?
If the Colonel is something that I partly dreamt up, then everything I remember about her could be...
Don't jump to conclusions.
You and Otacon are the ones that say the Colonel never existed.
Raiden.
Is this what Olga was talking about?
Okay, now what's really funny is that if you aim your gun at Snake, he'll be all pissed off. So I'm
Oh.
going to quickly do that before we go.
Okay.
Stop fooling around, kid.
Yeah. Oh, now he's aiming at you all the time.
He's like, stop messing around, kid.
I don't trust you.
I don't trust anyone because I'm Solid Snake. Okay, last section before we fight Metal Gear Rise.
Yay.
Now, there's something that's actually really cool about this section. If you stand at the very top point of this section, you can use the coolant spray to use it on those guys, and you can pretty much make them go that all the time, and then Snake will be able to shoot them down for you.
Ah.
But I'm not going to do that because it's going to waste a lot of time.
Yeah, let's just kill them. Don't you need the stingers for...
Well, no, don't worry about that, because when you get to the top, there's going to be stinger missiles up there during the boss fight anyway.
Okay.
So we'll be fine anyways.
I would just want to use the sword or something, I don't know.
Might as well use the sword for a bit.
I mean, this is the only opportunity we really get to use it, apart from the end of the game.
When you fight Solidus himself.
Yeah, that's the whole reason why you need to learn how to use the sword and get yourself comfortable with it. Because you are going to need it.
The sword
just
will be your best
stab
friend.
them all.
Just simply stab them all. Run up to him, stab. Run up to him, stab. Run up to him, stab. That easy.
Oh no, ignore this.
Fish and mailed. Emmett and
You're not dead.
yeah, just keep on playing it. So just ignore that and play at the very top left. Then you should be fine.
Yeah, do this a couple of times, won't it?
And it'll go away. Actually, it only does it twice. So
That's what I said, it does it a couple of times.
it only does it twice though.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
A couple of times equals twice.
Sometimes it can equal 3.
No, a couple is 2. A few times is 3.
Oh, okay.
And get him. Oh, for goodness sake, this is so annoying. Emit and continent. God, it really is screwing up, isn't it?
Certainly is.
I think that virus is working. It's just being very fucking slow.
Very annoying. And it gets in the way. Good thing it only happens twice though.
Yeah,
Otherwise it would have been more insane. Would have been a lot more insane.
yeah. That guy fell down.
Thanks, Snake.
All these bodies seem to disappear. That's kind of unusual.
Makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Not really. Anyway, we're done.
Okay, that's that. Now it's going to be a cutscene with Fortune.
Yeah, because you know she's not dead either. You know.
Actually, she's been gone for quite a while, hasn't she?
Yeah. Batman's the only one of Dead Cell that actually died. Vampire.
At the moment.
Well, we believe Vamp to be dead, but he's still alive, and obviously Fortune's still alive.
Fortune.
It's been a long wait, Solid Snake. The root of all my sorrows.
What?
2 years ago, you killed my father. That was the beginning of hell for us. Everyone I love has been taken from me one by one, and no matter how hard I try, I can't follow them. An endless nightmare. The only thing we live for is to see it end. Our wait is almost over.
You can't be serious about firing the nuke.
Since no one can kill me, I may as well kill everyone I can. Starting with you, Solid Snake.
Damn. Looks like I'm today's pick. You go on ahead. You want eternal rest? I've got it right here. What are you gonna do? Bullets can't get near her. I'll think of something. There's no such thing as a witch.
You think you can kill me?
I don't know what your group's been through, but let's get one thing clear. I didn't kill your father.
Do you think anyone believes your lies?
Raiden, get out of here!
That was a nice
Okay.
picture. That was a nice picture of Raiden's arse though, is when he was climbing up the ladder.
Yeah, we really needed to see that.
So by
So-
climbing up the ladder, he manages to get on that bit.
See why I think this game is fucked up? Look at this. Where
So it
did
looks
the
like-
ladder go?
It looks like some sort of... It looks like the VR training mission, doesn't it?
Yeah. Where did the ladder go? Where's Solidus? He's clearly talking to us.
Looks like you've remembered the way you used to kill in the old days.
Then he makes his grand entrance after he does, you know, after a bit of a while when he starts talking about the S3 plan, and afterwards that's when he comes in the mix.
So we just gotta wander around and
Just
listen
roll
to
around,
him and...
run around in circles until he eventually stops talking. Now this is one of the scenes that you can't skip, so you're just going to have to run around and play around with yourself until eventually
Solid Snake
stuck.
Simulation.
until it eventually starts.
It's a development program to artificially reproduce Solid Snake, the perfect warrior.
So they were trying to get a second Solid Snake, and try and get it out of Raiden.
From the looks of it.
Simulated Solid Snake shaped by VR regimen. Sound like someone you know, Jack? I'm sorry to see you reduced to one of the Patriots' puppets. But I've made use of you, and their plan too. Solid Snake's sudden appearance, your arrival. It was obvious the Patriots were among my ranks. I had to smoke out the agent before the mission entered the final phase. You came in handy.
Look at the way he runs.
La 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 la.
Split between life and death. You ran from it, and now you've been led back to war by something less than real.
And another cutscene.
Oh, here he is. Hello, Dr. Octopus. I'm sorry, but
We're going to kill you now.
those pipes on his back, that is so Doc Ock.
There's no reason to keep you.
And no, I'm not all that familiar with any sort of Marvel franchise. I'm familiar with the name.
Fair enough.
Hey, Metal Gear Red.
But now, you should die as the little Jackie boy I once knew.
So basically, you've got to take these things out with Stinger missiles.
The easiest thing to do is to aim the Stinger missiles at the Metal Gear Razor's legs, then quickly go for the head. If you do that, you'll do massive damage. So if you keep on shooting them in the head, it won't do much damage. So make sure you shoot them in the leg, left or right, then shoot for the head. Now, you want to make sure you keep on running as well, because what the Metal Gear Razor will do is that they'll fire their missiles at Raiden, as you can see. Very similar to Metal Gear Rex. And eventually, the one with the depending on what difficulty you're playing on, you have to fight a number of Metal Gear Rays. Oh shit, I got attacked. Fuck!
You've got rations.
I know I have. I know.
So how many of these things do you have to fight?
Well, since I'm playing this game on normal, I'll be taking about 7 or so.
Okay.
It's only about 7.
Oh, for God's... God. They're brutal.
Certainly are.
But at least rations crop up for you.
They certainly do. So what they'll do is that they will keep on respawning, so yeah.
Okay, we've got rid of one. Whoa. That's just mean.
Well, they're meant to be mean because they're Metal Gear Rays.
I get that, but still.
Not meant to be nice to you.
Yes, they are.
What makes you think that? What makes you think that?
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay.
That's 2 down.
Only another 4 more to go.
3 down.
Or 5.
No, because you've got
'Cause
3,
there's-
so that's 4. If there's 7.
I was going to say, I've already took 2 down. I've got
Ray
another.
Rose? Who's Ray Rose? Oh, it's Ray 5. Ray RO5E.
Okay.
And it looks like Rose.
If you say so.
Sorry, but I have to have my noobish moments. If I don't have my noobish moments, then the darkness comes.
Did you get that line from Stillman, the last bit?
Yeah.
I was going to say, because, yeah, when you said the darkness comes, I thought, you took that from Stillman.
Okay, that's 5 gone. Okay. 2 more, I think. No, 3. So that technically means there's 8.
No. Because what will happen is when you fight this boss, eventually, it will stop the match itself. It will stop the battle after a couple of... When you hit one of the bosses, as you're about to see. You'll see in a minute.
Oh, so basically when you've beaten 7, it will look like there's still more coming.
But it will stop the match.
But it will stop.
It will stop the battle.
So once we beat this one, basically it'll end. So how many do you have to fight on the harder difficulties?
On hard mode, you've got to fight about 10 or so.
Oh
On extreme mode, you've got to fight about 15.
Oh,
European extreme, you've got to fight about 19.
oh my friggin' word.
And also, you've
Don't
only...
you think that was enough?
And also, not to mention, if you're playing, since you're playing it on extreme, you haven't got that many rations either, so if you take about 2 hits, you die.
Okay, I would have thought that you'd have taken out about 7 by now. But evidently not.
Okay, and that's that.
Yay, finally. They really aren't all that threatening. I think it's just the fact that there's more than one that makes it tricky.
And also, you've got to deal with all those other missiles that are trying to attack you, as well as trying to avoid the missiles. So yeah, fighting one Metal Gear Ray would be easy, but fighting multiple ones makes it a bit more challenging. I was going to say, because it make it a bit too easy if you only had to fight one.
Yeah.
You think, yeah, but it's very threatening on extreme mode, because let me tell you, 19 of them and hardly any rations.
Yikes.
2 hits you die. That's insane. That alone is why I think Metal Gear Solid 2 is the hardest on extreme mode. Definitely, hands down.
So you decided to show us.
Oh, but don't do this! They'll know!
I'll hold them off. Give you time to get away.
What about you? This is suicide!
Your nanomachines, they're transmitting your vital signs to the Patriots. If you die, my child dies. You understand?
The child.
I see. So that's why you sold your troops out to me. So many dead, and they all died trusting you. Weren't they your comrades?
No, not just comrades. Family. I know I'm going to help, but at least my child.
I applaud your attitude. If you have a death wish, I'll be happy to accommodate you. See you in hell!
You have to.
Olga!
It's funny because this almost reminds me of how Grey Fox died.
Exactly. Another part of the S3 plan. You see the similarities now?
Yeah, Olga was the ninja and the ninja died.
Sacrificed himself to save, you know, the protagonist.
Yeah.
After he takes down countless Metal Gear. When he
Yeah.
takes down Metal Gear, yeah.
In the middle of a fight with Metal Gear, let's just put it that way.
GW, it's out of control.
Oh darn. Looks like the GW got virused.
They certainly did.
Virused isn't even a word. What the hell am I saying?
Yeah, what the hell are you saying?
I do not know.
Speaking gibberish.
It's what I do.